What's up, guys? Well, just want to talk about a little bit about the situation in this country and how fucked up it is. Um, it's pretty rough, kind of in an out of space situation, and the prices. I'm going to talk about financial standpoint in this country, where I I can't leave a house unless I gotta bring at least $100 or $150 with me because I know I'm gonna end up going either a dollar store or supermarket or the mall or really any store, and I'm gonna spend $100 just like that. Back in the '90s, when I arrived here in the United States, you were able to buy 2 to 3 bags of food at Kroger's or Myers and still have change left over. In a couple of decades later, 2 decades and a half, um, that $20 now you can only spend a half a bag instead of being able to buy 3 bags. Um, it's really never been like they say in the American movies, the American dream is well and alive. First of all, I don't believe in any kind of dream because every dream is not what it seems. Um, the only dream that I believe in for a moment is the only dream that you dream when you're in it. So it really just it hurts my heart just to think about all the people out there that's sleeping in their boxes on the street. There's people sleeping in their cars. There are people sleeping in the bridges. There are people um, have nowhere to sleep. As a matter of fact, I've seen people straight up sleeping on a sidewalk. No even box, nothing. I've slept in my car, in my Mustang. I'm 6'4". I'm 6'5", almost. I feel like I shrank as the age, as I got older. But I've slept in my Mustang GT 35th anniversary in, yeah, let's see, I'd say like early 2000s. And I remember sleeping in that Mustang for about 6 months. Um, and I was younger, at least by 10 years, man. What's up? And yeah, man, I didn't have any trouble sleeping in my Mustang when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. But now that I'm in my 40s, hell no, I'm not going to sleep in my Mustang or my truck. And it just I see it is impossible, man, to even save up. I mean, you can have 2 jobs, you can have 3 jobs, you still can't save up. But just look at everything nowadays that's being made, from houses to cars to even people are born all fucked up because of what their parents are eating and the shit that they put in our food. And all the new houses that they're building nowadays too are piece of crap. I mean, I live in the old farmhouse that I'm trying to pay as I go. That's a long story. How I end up in a farmhouse, but um, you know, you end up having this fucking job for 25 years, and You're working your ass off for some capitalists pricks who don't appreciate your fucking work and your sweat and your time and your dedication, and you do everything that you can, and then all of a sudden, man, they throw you right on the fucking curb after 25 years of hard work, and then you find yourself broke, hungry, disappointed, and I tell you what else, you're gonna find yourself in a situation to not want to be a person that you once were. So I have really decided not to give a fuck anymore and just do what I want to do. Uh, I've gotten letters from the credit card people. I bought this fucking car. This is the story. I bought this fucking car a long time ago. I'd say 10, 11, 12 years ago. It was old. What the fuck was that? Like a. No, it wasn't Acura. It was an American car. Four-door sedan. I bought this car. Let's just put it this way: I was young, stupid. I didn't know what the dealerships were at the time, and uh, how they scam people into buying old car that it's gonna break down on you in about 10 days, and then they live off of basically charging you interest like 30, 25, 30%. But anyway, I bought this car. I was in love with it. 2 or 3 days later, didn't want to start. Door wouldn't close. All sorts of problems. This was like 12, 13 years ago. And, but I wanted that fucking car so bad. We bought it, me and my wife, not my ex-wife. But it was winter. It was in Detroit. It was fucking freezing. It was the worst fucking blizzard ever. And I don't know why we decided to go buy a fucking used car in a blizzard. Um, there was this dude that worked there, tall, red hat fucking guy. He was determined to sell me a fucking car. And when we went outside to check out this car, that cost, I think it was like $5,000. And we saw potential problems with it, but this guy was just pushing and pushing. Well, if you don't want this car, we got this other one. Then look at this other car. Then look at this other fucking car. But every car they showed us was the worst than the previous. So the very first car that we initially came to get, we're just look, we'll just get this car, but we don't know if we have enough money to put down. And these dealerships. They're like hole in the wall dealerships that they advertise and you tell you like you don't need no credit, you don't need credit history, we're just gonna you know allow you to walk in here and buy a car with literally no money down. But once we got there, there was some kind of money down, and so we had I think $1,500 we put down, and the guy's like, hey, how's this, I'll give it to you for 1,000. So we put $1,000 down, and we get this fucking car. And the long story short, a few days later, the car was starting to have problems. The heated seats were not working. And, I mean, it was fucking February, January. I mean, I never even fucking used it. The heated fucking car seats ever. Who the fuck uses it anyways? But it does feel good to warm up your fucking ass now and then. So the car stopped working. We basically just told him, hey, we don't want the car anymore, and we didn't even pay it off in the I mean, we just started paying it off. I think we made like a first two payments or something like that, and they took the car back. Believe it or not, if I'm telling you right fucking now, these same people are chasing us for that same car now. 12 years later, they've been trying to garnish my wages, which they have before. Um, They've taken every single one of my state federal taxes, I'd say, or state. Which one's the ones that are lower tax bracket or taxes that you get? You get like federal and state. I think it was the state taxes. They've been taking it. They've been taking every single one of my state taxes for the past 11 years, I believe. And they are so fucking determined to get their money back. And by now, and every time they take that money back, and every year they send me this letter that comes from these fucking lawyers that say you still owe us this much money, and that much money is that same five fucking $1,000 that I tried to pay off like 12 years ago. So now I still owe these fucking people $5,000 with all the interest and stuff that's built out throughout the years, and I just don't know how to get these people off my fucking head. I mean, they're literally here in my life. They're like part of my life, trying to fuck me up with these um, threats of destroying my life and suing me. And they've sent many letters before, like, "Ah, we'll sue you. We'll take you to court." I used to get these like fancy fucking letters and with these fancy envelopes, and it would say, the state versus the thief, or whatever the fuck it is. And I've just decided to say, fuck you, you're a fucking predatory motherfucker. These are all these predatory car dealerships, you know what I mean? That prey on poor people, like myself and others. And I just decided to just when I get the next letter, I'm just gonna go down there and I'm gonna send them back. Uh, I already did it once, and they're still threatening me to take me to court. But I'm just steady in what I'm doing. I've become like in decision making much better than I used to be, and I just tell these people straight up fuck off, and I don't give a fuck. So I just write down, you're a fucking predatory loan car dealership. You fucked me for 12 years, took my fucking every single state tax. Fuck you, you're not getting your money. So I just write it down, you know what I mean? And so that's what I'm doing. They keep coming after me, and I'm just responding, fuck you. And I send it back to them in the letter, like a nice fancy letter. I fucking write it down nice all fancy. I send it to them. And I just tell them, fuck you, you're not getting a fucking penny from me. And you're not, because you sold me a car that was a piece of shit. So, and I feel like every one of you should do the same thing. Because what are they gonna fucking do? What? What are they gonna do? They sold you a crap car that next time that same car is gonna go to somebody else. You know what I mean? And then that car is gonna be sold to some other person, another victim. And yeah, I don't even know how that's even legal in this country, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So it's just fucking it's bullshit that in this country they actually allow you to do that. They actually allow you to the government it's allowing these predatory companies to fucking just fuck with you. And I mean, it's amazing that these people exist in the world. These predatory loan car dealerships, man. Like, and just look at what's going on nowadays. These car dealerships that sell these brand new cars, they can't even sell cars, man, because cars are just junk anymore. Everything is just junk nowadays. They make junk phones, junk fucking cars, junk houses, and junk fucking bathtubs. Name it, man. Like, I got a friend who just spent $250,000 on a home. My Russian buddy from Russia, my good buddy. I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm big time pro Russia, and I'm not gonna go into whole Russia deal, man. I believe what Russians are doing is totally justified. I don't like the killings. I'm not for definitely. I'm against all these innocent people dying. But I do believe what Russia is doing is just getting back what belongs to them, if you know what I mean. But there's not much difference between Ukrainians and Russians. I feel like they're the same people, same blood. It's just kind of unfortunate they're fighting. But yeah, my buddy, like I said, bought the house, paid $250,000, but it was built, I believe, in the 90s or early 2000s, somewhere around there. I mean, back even 20, 20, 30 years ago, houses were still built decent. People cared, built houses with care. You know, when you climb on top of the roof and you're putting those shingles on, you're doing it because you love to do your job. So he bought a house, put 10,000. Oh no, sorry, $25,000 down, and him and his wife with two kids moved in. I think they got a 30-year mortgage, and stuff just started going wrong with that house all over the place. I mean, flooding all over the place, everywhere, in every room. Problem with mold and tiles coming off in the bathroom, and mm, you know, with me, I live in an old farm home that's been built in the 1800s, and this motherfucker's still standing. You know, I don't know. I just feel like with the coming of technology and ever since the ever since we went from the slam hang up phones to these motherfucking phones and to social media, to Facebook, to if you guys remember, MySpace was before Facebook. Um, yeah, true. And hey, how's it going? And what I was gonna say is, people, the generate like my generation, I don't think I'm ever gonna be okay with this. I'm not okay with cell phones. I'm not okay with social media. Although I'm doing it right now, I'm a fucking hypocrite. But I'm only doing it because I'm complaining, because that's what I love to do. I fucking complain. What can you fucking do, you know? There's got to be someone that can complain out there, you know? And, I go on TikTok and I see these fucking people, man, with their kids on there, and that's so fucked up, man. With the shit that they're allowing to be said and to be looked at. Um, Videos of like these Chinese dudes fucking eating dogs. Like these dogs, like there's just like this video on TikTok that I saw just the other day of this guy fucking cooking a dog and shit. Like there's a dog and a fucking stick, and this dude is like, oh yeah, look at this fucking dog. I'm gonna eat it and give it to my kids and shit. Like they're showing it on TikTok. Like how fucked up is that, dude? And like, and then they show another video of these like just live animals, and them pouring like a hot boiling oil on top of them and shit like that. Oh, God, it's fucking disgusting, man. I don't know where the civilization is going. I don't. Have you guys heard the news about this brand new actress? I don't know what her name is. I guess it's supposed to be a very first um, AI actress looking for acting work, who is going to be the very first actress to get an agent. And I guess agents are going fucking crazy with, you know, they want this AI actress to become to become part of acting world, part of Hollywood or whatever the fuck it is. So now these AIs are gonna start replacing the actors. AI. Can you guys believe AI actors? Well, I mean, what's gonna fucking happen to Hollywood if we get start getting like AI AIs to start acting. Well, what's going to happen to actual actors? What's gonna happen to movies are gonna fucking straight up suck. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. I mean, if you ask me, I would get rid of all the fucking cell phones, man, for a little while at least. You know. So what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm just talking about social media and how fucked up the world is nowadays. I mean, look at the prices, man. It's ridiculous. I went to the store yesterday, and zucchini is like $3, $4. Um, what else? Like, I mean, $20 doesn't get you fucking nowhere nowadays. Fuck, I can't buy nothing with $20 anymore. You know what I mean? I used to be able to back in the '90s buy 3 bags of groceries for $20. I remember, like 1999, 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. I could go take $20, go to Kroger, and come back with like, you know, 2 bags of stuff. Get some meat, get some bread, get some vegetables, get fucking stuff. But now you can't even get gas with that fucking $20. I put it in my truck and it's gone in a day and a half. It's terrible. All right, guys. Well, you heard live, pure live complaining by the best complainer in the world. That is me. And I will be complaining tomorrow around the same time. If you want to listen to me, I'll be complaining about the world and shit that's going on. If you're a complainer and you want to complain and listen, well, stop by and see me. So I appreciate you being here. What's up, guys? Alright, Mr. Unspeakable here, the biggest complaint in the fucking world. So, I don't know if any of you guys are into like pottery and shit, but picked up this piece not too long ago. Well, it has been long ago. Got this really cool fucking Hager here. I don't even know how to fucking record live videos, to be honest with you. I don't even know if they're getting recorded. But, what's up, folks? The biggest motherfucking complaint in the world is right here. Man, I'm telling you, man, we're living the times that are, I mean, I remember how my country fell apart in the 90s. It kind of started like this. You get this, the only way to destroy this country, I feel like, I'm not specifically speaking against anybody. I'm just watching what's happening every day. It's just not good. Um, I gotta go to immigration in October now. So I really have no idea what the heck is waiting over there when I arrive, since they're arresting people at the immigration sites and when they're coming to redo their green cards and they're trying to get their citizenship. Um, so they've called me to go and get my citizenship. I'm not a citizen, so I've been a resident alien for many years now. Like 30 plus years, and now I gotta go in October, and I've decided not to renew my green card, and I kind of just want to go for citizenship and get it, but I feel like uh, some shit could be going down. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not scared. I don't really care. Whatever happens, happens. If I get there and they lock me up or they put cuffs on me, so be it. Maybe it's fucking better. I mean, I don't even like it here, to be honest with you, man. this country used to be great. It had its time. Back when I first arrived here in mid 90s, 94, 95, this country had its greatness. I believe that greatness was many, many, many decades ago. Well, even a few hundred years ago, it was fucking better than it is today. But I would say during the Hollywood golden age, those were the best times in the United States. Um, Today, fucking sucks out here. I mean, if you have money, you should most likely get the fuck out of the U.S. and just live in Europe, man. I mean, I'm telling you, I was there. I was there about 4 years ago. I just didn't. I couldn't stay because my kids were out here. But I'm thinking like if I go over there to get my citizenship and they gang up on me and put me in or try to lock me up, I'll just say fuck it, man. Hey, I pay for my plane ticket and send me back. Probably better anyways. You know, I don't fucking like it here. I I look. I appreciate it. I've always been thankful what this country has done for me, man. When I was younger, in my country, we used to watch a lot of American movies back in the day. 80s, mid 80s, early 80s, mid 80s. They would show a lot of American movies like all day long, like Western, like, all kinds of American movies. Like I remember when 90210 came out the first time. I watched it when I got my very first VCR, and yeah, that was fun. I remember when I got my first VCR, I watched my very first American movie. The very first American movie I've ever saw was Rainbow, Rainbow One, First Blood, um, and they, even back in the 90s, 80s, I remember U.S. would spread propaganda through their movies. You know, especially like 90210, if you remember that. Everything was so beautiful, so wonderful. Lives were so great, and everybody felt so great, and every family was perfect. And I shit I my father fell for it. When the war started, and we ran we ran from the war, or we tried to. I mean, I've seen crazy shit in the war as a kid, and I spent a couple of years in Denmark. I lived in Denmark in '90s, and Denmark. I mean, I remember driving in the blue train in Denmark, and you walk through Copenhagen, and if you throw a cigarette butt in the street, you get fined for it. Now, is that okay? I don't know. I agree with it. I mean, it sounds a little extreme, but I tell you, there's something really special walking through a city that's beautiful and clean, man. Like, go to New York, it's filthy. I lived in New York for 9 years, and New York was just terribly dirty and garbage all over the fucking place. I guess it's New York and the rats, but Denmark was a beautiful experience, man. Like, I was a refugee at the time. I was, my 14 years old, 15 years old. But I would have loved if this country turned more towards, the healthcare for everyone. And because when I was a kid, we had a dentist in my school. Okay, I remember fourth, fifth grade, and I remember like it was yesterday. I'm walking through the school doors, and they wouldn't even let us go into a class until get our we got our teeth checked and shit, because it was like important. It was part of the part of the system. You know, they won't want you go to school with nasty teeth. So once or twice a week or 3 times a week, we had our teeth cleaned. At the dentist and within the school. Within the school, we had dentists, we had doctors, and here in the United States, the richest country in the world, you can't, you get a, you can't. I can't even make an appointment to go to a dentist right now unless I pay a fucking fee of $80, like a like a prepaid fucking card, you know. But in Europe, when I was young, we had dentists in schools, and it was all free, man. Like my parents paid taxes, they paid a little more, but we had everything. We had everything, you know. And then my dad fucking, when the war started, that's a long story with the war. I'll talk about that later and what I've seen. But my dad always had this idea of like an American dream, and it never really came true for him. He never really came true for my father, man. He always believed in this American dream that never really came uh, through. He was a trucker and worked his ass off. And at the end, he passed away naked and broke. So I never believed in the American dream. I still don't. And if I end up being fucking turned back, and thank you guys, whatever. It is what it is. So, yeah, well, I'll be seeing you guys later. So I'll be here complaining tomorrow night, and we'll see you then.